All right, peace, everybody. What's going on? This your girl Tiffany coming through live in effect. So today, as you can see, the title of the topic is we're going to be talking about daily Black history, of course, and the topic is Barbara W. Watson, who was a diplomat out of New York City. Okay, so we're going to look into her life and her legacy. All right. And so as you can see, that's my Cash App at the bottom scrolling. So if you see it, if you want to send some donation, you can go ahead and click on the Cash App. All right. So today we're going to be dealing with Barbara N. Watson. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so right here, this is a picture of Barbara N. Watson, who was born with Barbara Mae Watson. All right, so this is the lady in the middle. So we're gonna look into her life, her legacy. So here we go. All right. So as you can see, I'm on wiki1.com. And here's the introduction. So Barbara Mae Watson was born on November the 5th of 1918, and she died February 18, 1983. All right, she was a diplomat, and she was the first Black person and the first woman to serve as an Assistant Secretary of State. And now let's look into her early life. So she was born in New York. She's the daughter of James X. Watson and his wife, Violet Lopez Watson. Her parents were born in Jamaica. Her father was the first Black judge elected in New York State, and her mother was one of the founders of the National Council of Negro Women, which was also founded by Mary McLeod Bethune. Barbara N. Watson was the sister of Judge James Lopez Watson. Her cousins included J. Bruce Linwin and Colin Powell. Watson attended Barnard College, completing a bachelor's degree in 1943. While at Barnard, she was the first Black woman to participate in the school's Greek games. She attended New York Law School and earned her law degree in 1962. So now let's look at the job that she took on. So after college, Watson took a job as an interviewer for the United Seamen's Service. In 1946, she founded a modeling agency, Barbara Watson Models, serving as the agency's executive director until 1956. From 1958 to 1959, she worked as student activities coordinator at Hampton Institute. She spent 1963 to 1964 working as an assistant attorney in the New York City Law Department, then spent 1964 to 1966 as the executive director of the New York City Commission to United Nations. All right. So going down here under the State Department under Johnson and Nixon, all right, she joined the United States Department of State in 1966 as a special assistant to Deputy Under Secretary of State for Administration. She then became Deputy Assistant Secretary of the State for Security and Consular Affairs and served as Acting Assistant Secretary of State for Security and Consular Affairs from 1968 to 1966 to 1968. In July 1968, President Lyndon Johnson nominated Watson as Assistant Secretary of State for Security and Consular Affairs, and after Senate confirmation, she held this office from August 12 of 1968 to December 31st of 1974. She was the first Black Assistant Secretary of State and was the first woman to serve as Assistant Secretary of State. In 1974, she received the Luther I. Rico? Oh my goodness. Luther L. Ripogo Award for Management Improvement. She also chaired a consular conference in Mexico City in 1974. Upon leaving government service in 1975, Watson took a job with Walter Annenberg's Triangle Publication as a legal consultant. She also lectured at several colleges and universities. So, you guys, this week, we're dealing with political arenas and stuff, right? So this is the election week. So the election was supposed to be on the 3rd. However, there was a close tie And we were supposed to find out yesterday, but we didn't find out. So today, hopefully, we'll find out what's going on between Biden and Trump. So as you can see, though they are a close tie with each other, and the United States, well, people in the U.S. is not worried about if there's going to be a civil war taking place because of these presidents. But that's besides the point. So, since we're dealing with elections and politics and government, I figure that we should be looking more into blacks that played their role in the political arena and in governments and whatnot. So she happened to be one of those individuals, Barbara Mae Watson, who was a diplomat. Let me see. Somebody's in the comment. Hey, what's going on? Hello, chat. I just now seen the comment on the chat. But Barbara Mae Watson played her role as a diplomat, okay, serving as a secretary assistant under Lyndon B. Johnson and Richard Nixon, okay? So let's get back to the biography. All right. And also it says Carter administration. In January 1977, President Jimmy Carter asked Watson to return to the State Department as Assistant Secretary of State for Consular Affairs. Her second stint in this office lasted from April 13, 1977 until August 17, 1980. President Carter later appointed Watson United States Ambassador of Malaysia. She presented her credentials on September the 25th of 1980 and held this position until March the 1st, 1981. Watson was a Democrat. All right, so lastly, this is her personal life and legacy. Watson died at a hospital in Washington, D.C. on February the 18th, 1983, age 64 years. Her papers are in the Schomburg Center for Research in Black Culture at the New York Public Library. In 1994, the Consular Officer of the Year Award was renamed the Barbara M. Watson Award for Consular Excellence in her memory. All right, so if you want to look up more information, as you can see, that's the reference at the bottom. At the bottom of this page. All right. And then there's the external link. Okay, so that's it. And I got one more thing I would like to show you guys before I log off. So yeah, this is a pretty short video because I don't have a whole lot of information. But here's where I like to show you guys. Okay, so if you want to look up more information, of course, you can go on blackpast.org. As you can see, this is Barbara Mae Watson. Okay. And then, of course, you can look down here and see where the source of information come from. Jimmy Carter, United States Ambassador to Malaysia, nomination of Barbara M. Watson. And you can see it says archive.nypl.org. Former U.S. diplomat was 64, New York Times. All right, so that's the source. Okay, but I recommend people use this website if they really want to look deep into African American history and global African history. So right, this more information about her life, her legacy, and whatnot. And it can be found on blackpast.org. All right, then. So, with that being said, thank you all for watching. Okay. And as you can see, that's my Cash App at the bottom of the page. So if you would like to donate or if you like to contribute, you're more than welcome to do so. With that being said, I appreciate you all. As usual, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Make sure you share it Whatever you gotta do, make sure you share the video. And for those of you that's just coming in watching, you have to watch it from the very beginning. All right. Anyways, peace and power elevation be to you guys. Thank you for watching.